Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3 has brought a lot of new things, including a brand new game specifically for zombies called Horde Hunt. I'm going to cover and explain how this event works, the rewards that we're going to be getting from completing the task related to this event, and the easiest way to do these tasks. Let's get into it. Now, the event itself is actually very straightforward. It's a very simple grab different items that drop from zombies as you play through MWZ. Very simple, right? But it starts to get a little bit more complicated when you start looking for specific things, such as skulls drop from armored zombies. Now, base zombies are probably the easiest. Obviously, all you have to do is just defeat them, and every 5 kills or so, depending, I haven't really exactly found out the ratio yet, these zombies are just going to drop some bones, which is simple enough to collect. Every set of bones is about 10 bones, and obviously, as you can see, we go through a bunch of different rewards as we collect certain amounts of bones. 75, 155, so on and so forth. You get a bunch of different perks, some different tools. My point is the base zombies are not complicated to understand. Now, the armored zombies is when things start to get a little difficult. What they don't mention is the fact that this doesn't mean light armored zombies that you see in tier 1 and tier 2, but they mean the fully armored zombies, which are usually found more often than not inside of tier 3, making it very difficult to collect 600 skulls. I have some tricks on how you can get skulls really easily in tier 3, but I'll save that for later on in the video. And unfortunately, we don't have anything related to the dog, and it looks like the mimic yet. Obviously, this is going to be coming out later, as you can see from the coming soon signs. But what I'm going to assume is that we have to defeat dogs and probably mimics, or just boss zombies in general. Whatever they end up dropping, such as dogs will drop a femur, we'll actually be able to collect those and get to a certain point where we can unlock the calling card Dogs of Hell or the cursed ammo when we fight the mimics. I haven't seen a release date for these two, so we're just going to have to wait, unfortunately. But the rewards for completing this event are actually really great, especially if you're a big fan of zombies. You get a bunch of different items that are very useful when you drop into the game in the first year, defeating the base zombies, getting the bones. You get a new weapon charm from defeating all the different armored zombies, getting the skulls, which I personally could take or leave. And we just talked about the Dogs of Hell calling card and the cursed ammo, which will probably fire something really cool. I'm looking forward to that one. But the main reward is obviously going to be this brand new operator skin, Killshot. Now, I think this is awesome. It very much so goes with the zombie vibe. It's very apocalypse based. I am absolutely a huge fan of this. I'm really looking forward to actually playing as him once we are fully able to unlock him. But now that we have an idea of what we're going to be getting and how to do it, let me show you the fastest way to get all these different items. I'm going to start with the bones with the base zombies because, again, it is the easiest one to go through, but there are ways that you can get this done very, very quickly. What I recommend is obviously going and doing a bunch of different contracts. Now, obviously, some are going to have more zombies than others, so I recommend going with the Spore Control contracts, Outlast contracts, and honestly, some of the exfils, you're going to have a bunch of different zombies hoarding you as you're trying to exit, and I have gotten well over 250 bones just from trying to exfil before. Not a bad choice to go with any of these three. Of course, running around and just slaying out a bunch of base zombies in tier 1 is also a great idea, but if you want something more focused while fighting some of these other guys, these are going to be some great contracts to go and do this. For the armored zombies, yes, you can find these guys in tier 2, but they're not very common, and it's going to take you a lot of time inside of tier 2 to find these guys. So what I recommend is that we go into tier 3 as soon as possible with a bunch of the different turret circuit cards. Make sure you have some decoy grenades or at least monkey bombs along with stamina. That way you can run around and dodge all the different zombies that run after you, and you can get away from the dog super easily. Use the decoy grenades in front of an activated turret, the giant turret. Of course, you can use sentry turrets, but I recommend using the giant ones in tier 3, and this is just going to mow down these zombies super easily. No work involved. All you have to do is wait around for more zombies to spawn. Repeat the process as many times as you can. In one of my games, I got one skull right before I went into the tier 3 area, and I came out with 50. I cannot joke that this is probably the best way you're going to be able to get some of these different skulls with these giant turrets. They're broken. There's no reason not to use them. Now, for the dogs, I mentioned that we don't have anything for them yet. We don't know what they're going to drop, but to get prepared for this, let's talk about some contracts that spawn them continuously and are guaranteed to spawn dogs. Your best bets are going to be Outlast contracts. They absolutely have a horde of them coming after you. Escorts also usually pop a bunch of different dogs, not as many as Outlast, but still some dogs show up, and also raid weapon stash. That's also not a ton, but these do guarantee that you're going to have some dogs spawning towards you. And if the drop ratio is the same as the regular zombies, this is going to take a little while to do, so doing these contracts back to back is going to be your best bet to get whatever these dogs drop when they're unlocked. And for the final bit, I'm going to assume we're going to have to fight mimics because it's been very specific on the other 3 items, and there's one place that is guaranteed to have at least one mimic in them, and that is going to be infected strongholds. Now, you could go tier 1, 2, or 3. The higher tier that you go to in these infected strongholds, there's going to be more mimics hiding inside of them. Be warned, warned, if you haven't done those story missions yet in Tier 3, where you had to go inside Affected Stronghold, they are stupid difficult, so definitely bring your A game if you want to do that one. You can of course also do bounty contracts, but that's not a guarantee that you're going to find a mimic in those, and also you can find them across the map, but this is an idea that you can absolutely find a mimic every single time at an Affected Stronghold. But if it ends up that it's just boss zombies in general, we're definitely going to be going with bounty contracts. Only time will tell what we're going to be having to go after. But that's a quick and simple overview of this actual event. Personally, I'm actually enjoying this. It gives me a reason to grind zombies all over again, outside of the final schematic that I'm missing, which is very annoying. But when they send out new updates, new information about the dogs and or the mimics, I will definitely be adding some more videos on here, probably in short form, so keep an eye out for that. Hit the subscribe button with the bell, that way you're notified when those do come out. And I hope you guys did find this helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so I'm notified about that. And if you have any questions or comments around this, some better way to go after the bones or the skulls, let me know in the comments. I'm always curious about the ways that you guys go about these tasks. Good luck with the event. I will keep you guys updated as best as I possibly can about the updates around this event, and I will catch you on the next video.